Umi's music just touches my soul in some type of way. From her beautiful, angelic R&B vocals to the incredible, laid-back, lo-fi R&B production that is signature to her sound, she just makes beautiful music. In this video, we're going to be making a song inspired by Umi from scratch, probably some indie, lo-fi, alternative R&B kind of jam. So stay with me, strap in, and enjoy the ride. One last thing before we get started, if you do think I am the greatest producer ever and you want to work with me one-on-one to improve your production skills as fast as humanly possible, then there is a link in the description where you can learn a whole lot more about that. Let's get started with the video. All right, we are right here inside Studio One, and we got to find a tempo, right? Let's just tap something in. Okay, we're somewhere around 90. I liked that 88 one we kind of had at the start. So let's go for 88. Now, I really want to get in some of that, the pitch sliding synths she has on her song, which I've forgotten the name of, but it's called Love Affair. Yeah, that's the one. So good. Let's try and do something with that. I'm thinking we maybe get something in Vital. Let's go with the free packs. So yeah, we're going to try and make like a glidey, pitch slidey synth with this one. That's what my initial kind of thoughts are going to. While these packs download, we will stay hydrated like good producers do. Oh, we are gonna have fun with this one. Just had to plug the old synth in. Not to worry. We back. We good. Let's set up this patch. Gonna give it a bit more attack because we want it to be like pretty chilled, bit of release. Right, now we want to get this to a filter. Here we go. Here's we can get this like this glide up. So what we want to do is get a LFO, maybe like this, take it to the fine pitch. I just want it to go one way. So let's go like saw down. And then the trigger mode, what if we do it to the envelope? Yeah, but faster. Maybe we do another point here. Oh, we're getting a little somewhere with that. Yeah, maybe we go a little bit more voices. Get it nice and... Oh, maybe not that much, or maybe not that much unison. It's kind of funky. Maybe with two. That's kind of cool. What does this do? Wave morph. I don't even know what this does. We're gonna try it out. Oh, cool. Oh, it kind of turns it to a square wave. Oh, that's so cool. Maybe we want a different envelope modulating the filter. Something more like that, right? I kind of like it being longer. Okay, but just a bit less. Do we want to make this more of like a sine wave, maybe? Cool, let's get another oscillator in there. Ooh, that's fire. Kind of here for it. I actually want this to be like more body and soul to it, but I'm gonna do this for now. Okay, so we got like a little like 2-bar thing going on. All right, we're ending on this E. Ooh, is that fire? Kind of. That's not quite sure on the C, but like that E. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, we could get to there. We could do like a little kind of chromatic walk down thing, like. But we can probably make it more fun. Ooh, that's kind of funky. We got the chords in. We just need to make them sound a lot better because they sound kind of ass right now. Oh, I wonder if we got that modulating way way too much right now, but what if we modulated this? Oh, that's cool. That's actually very cool. Okay, now we can work on getting some lovely, lovely processing on here. Lovely, lovely compression. Okay, that sounds gorgeous. Now let's also make it go into some saturation. I think I want needlepoint. Now what if we had chorus? Let's try out this from my good friends at I don't think the tube saturation is what I want. Maybe some other kind of saturation, such as black box is quite fun. Let's try that. A bit of air on there. That's nice. These saturations are all too obvious for me. I want something like subtle. Maybe Mellotron tape. This is actually genuinely cool now. Now I'm thinking we grab an effect. Let's try Valhalla Freck Echo. I don't know what that is. Well, this is not what I had in mind, but it's extremely cool. So let's just make this go up and down. We've got that automated. Mix it in. Cool, never used that plugin before, but it's free, so probably go download that because it's actually cool. Let's get this. I've been loving this lunar lander, like reverb delay thing. Recently, it's super cool, so. Ooh. Let's modulate that. I want to modulate that across like 2 bars. Now, adding modulation like this can be an awesome way to get like a lot of extra depth to your sound. So I recommend just being super free, just playing with stuff, seeing what sounds cool. And you can get like, it's hard to be like, oh, modulate this every time, but it's just mess with a load of stuff and you'll get something cool. It's adding like a subtle but nice reverb. I think we need to layer this because I want there to be something with a bit more like crunch and bite underneath, but this is sounding good and also it needs something more crunchy, but it's not this sound. This is just kind of doing the pitch bendy thing, which is very cool. Maybe we'll try and layer a Rhodes, and maybe we'll just try and layer MIDI 1 octave beneath. Let's do a little bit of equalization. Maybe we can bring out a bit more of this sound. We may as well low cut this a little bit because we're going to use another sound for the lows. Let's find anything cool to bring out in this sound. Quite a lot of cool stuff around 500 hertz. I'm going to render this out to save my ass on some CPU. Okay, we got this little boy rendered out. I wonder if we do like a mini intro using like chopping this up and almost resampling it. And then we have a little like, when we get the drums. Yeah, that is cool. I mean, this is giving me drum ideas. This is giving me drum ideas. Don't get me started. All right, we may as well get active with the drums then, seeing as this is giving me ideas already. Okay. Little ghost kicks. Oh my god, we're finally getting some. So good. That's fire actually. Go down a little bit. Unorthodox, I like it. Another one of these magical sounding toms in here. And then this needs to have like a little tiny fill kind of thing. Oh yeah, and then we got even lighter. Fire as hell. And we're gonna humanize all of this a little bit. And then maybe we can get another little variation in here in the second part. Like these need to go to a room like ASAP. All of these center the room in my template. Nice. Very nice. I still want to get some perk loop of some kind in. This thing could work if I cut it right. Let's have a listen. Could actually add extra meat to the snare as well if I just cut out some low end. Let's pitch it down a little bit. Not quite that much, but like we'll go -4 maybe. I mean, I like most of it. I think I want to chop it up a little bit. If we get an LFO tool and duck it out on the 8th, there's a lot more bounce and groove. It's kind of fire. The other thing we could do is stretch this out to double, so it's actually doing like a 8th note kind of thing. Just cut out all the snares. I think the answer is just double this in length, cut out all the snares, and then fill them in with like a hi-hat from somewhere else. Like grab this, kind of what I want to do. And then we'll have a little double here. I like that. I like that. Subtle but cool. And that's it. Send this to some of the room. Just want to pan this to the side a little bit. This is fire. I think I want to get some, like a bit of rain texture in, because this hi-hat loop is just reminding me of like rain. I want to make the rain a little bit rhythmic. Let's try putting that same LFO tool on. Oh yeah. Right, let's get these drums like a little beefier. Like I said at the start, we're going to go into some processing. Got this bus compressor here. Pretty fire, pretty fire. What if we try auto release? So bus compression is a really good way to get a bit of extra juice from the drums. And next up, we're going to add a bit of sort of saturation style stuff. Put this EQ in as well. Maybe cut 240. See if we can get any meat on the snare. On these channels though, you can see we're hitting almost 0 dB here, so I don't want to risk any unintentional clipping. Yeah, we've got quite a bit going on with this kick and snare, so I think we might get these under control a little bit before we deal with the rest. Maybe we cut a little bit to get some more headroom. 20 hertz. Any boominess? You getting any boxiness here? Yeah, right around 400 right now. And then I've been enjoying J37 on individual channels recently, so we're going to do that again. It's not bad. Could go Decapitator. Let's try SPL Iron. Kind of loving what it's doing to this right now, not gonna lie. Kind of just tucking the kick in super nicely anyway. I was not expecting to do that, but I've done it and it works, and so I'm pretty happy with that. Then I think we can just get a bit of saturate on here for some clipping. Alright, I like that. The SPL line is just doing a little bit too much compression, but I do love the sound of it. And this snare can be thickened right up. Really enjoyed the Hive distress emulation. I'm going to clip down this snare as well. I'm use K-clip for this because you just link it, clip it a bit, and get a lot more perceived loudness. Overall saturation on the drums needs to increase. Do we want tape or do we want... We'll try tape, we'll try tape. All right, I spent about 100 years tweaking the drum processing. Realized I've forgotten to even do the fill that made me start doing the drums in the first place, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to, but let's see what we can do. Real hardcore distortion. Okay. That's kind of fire actually. Now we've got the drums and all sounding good. Let's try and add a little bit to this synth, like fill out the low MIDI kind of area. Now let's be smart and do different inversions to what we had with the main patch. It's not the thing I want to add for the low end, but maybe I'm going to add it an octave up for the high end. I'm going to show you so you can see what MIDI I'm playing. That's fire for the first half. We're gonna have to come up with another part for the second half. Yeah, when that's ambient and pulsing in time with the beat, that's gonna be really cool. Next up, we have different chords. Love it. Okay, this just needs to be made like ambient. All right, now I want to make this really ambient. What have we got? Oh, could do a bit of silo granular stuff. Ooh, very cool. Wow, that's amazing. Maybe, I'm thinking we could even half-time it. Ah, got to download my license again after my laptop killed me. No. Aha, we have authorized. Good. That's kind of fire, actually. Given that chilled, really laid-back R&B kind of vibe that UMI goes for, we're going to do a little bit of tidying. I'll get a bass in a second. That's really nice. And maybe if it had a chorus on as well. And maybe if we take, I want to take more low end out, just in the sides. The sides have too much low end right now because I've spread it out. It's really nice. Can you see, if I solo this, what we started with is this. It's quite bland. But with these, it's completely ethereal, it's completely changed. And I think we can even go further with this, you know. I think we can get a delay on that. And what if this was then being compressed and pulsing up in time with the kick? Walking around, stealing my moments. Okay, I've got a nice little vocal melody. It's gonna be hard to record because my laptop is going mental right now. Walking around, stealing my moments. You're walking around, stealing my moments. You walk around, stealing my moments. One look in your eyes and babe, I'm hoping that you might spare a moment for me. I think we maybe get a double or two of that. Okay, I'm loving the vocals. They actually sound good today. You walk around, stealing my moments. All right, we've got to get a bass in there now, right? You walk around, stealing my moments. One look in your eyes and babe, I'm hoping that you might spare a moment for me. That'll do, donkey, that will do. A little bit of 8th note swing, give it like 85 quantiles. You soothe the side chain, the kick to the bass. You walk around, stealing my moment. This bass just needs a little bit of nice compression and glue and stuff. LA2A can sometimes do a job here. Maybe we get some EQ going here as well. Babe, I'm hoping that you must bear. Does this need a little bit of like culture vulture style stuff on it? You know what, I think I'm pretty damn happy with that. This is a whole ass vibe. Let's get like a synth lead in to round off today's cook-up. Soft leads are the only type of lead that I like. Actually like that. We're gonna mess with this. That's what it was. Drive that, and then this can just go down and be like panned off. Now that I've done all that, I'm not sure about the sound anymore. Let's go for a key sound. There you go. That's good. Sweet old beat. Don't forget, if you want to work with me one-on-one to develop these kind of production skills for yourself, there's a lovely link in the description for you to check out that's going to tell you all about that. Let's go.